All right, and we're back, everybody. Sorry about that. The interesting thing about live streaming is usually you need power for it to function, and we had a little mishap with a person in the crowd accidentally kicked out our power cord to the live stream box. So, without electricity, we had no live stream. But we are back, and I'll let Mr. Hogue here will fill you in on what you missed video-wise from the Carroll versus Boone duel.
All right, we were finishing up, I believe, 182 when we lost our power. At 182, Riley Nearing lost by pin to Tanner Harvey in 2 minutes 43 seconds to make the score Carroll 24, Boone 17. At 195, Brennan Coffrin and Brevin Bennett, a freshman from Boone, kind of stood out there and wanted to throw each other around a little bit. Two big, strong boys going at it, and Coffrin got the best of it with a takedown and a three-point near fall in the first period, and then another takedown to a headlock in the second period, and won by pin in 2:34 to make the score Carroll 30, Boone 17. Boone, who has some pretty good wrestlers, if you've been following the action, you got to see a couple of them. They just, right now, can't fill the weight classes, so they ended up forfeiting 220 to Nate Reiling, making the score 36-17 for Carroll. At 285, Boone's freshman heavyweight, who's been having a real good year, gave Carroll senior Josh Luft all he wanted. Luft ended up winning a 2-0 decision on an escape and a penalty point in the second period to make the win by decision, making the score 39-17 to Carroll. And then Boone is short really on the little guys. They had to forfeit to Deegan Schweitzer at 106, and they had to forfeit to Jackson Kuhlman at 113, pulling the score up to 51-17 for Carroll. Carter Drake won by fall over Anna Sandow at 120, making the score 57-17, and then Boone also forfeited 126 to make the score 63-17 for Carroll. So technically, you actually only missed 3 matches, and there were a couple of forfeits in there, but we're waiting right now for the Dennison Schleswig Esack match to get going. And their scoreboard just went out. Oh, there it's back. Who's guessed? Huh? Right now, Esack is leading Denison Schleswig 40-6 in the 220-pound match, with this match and 4 more to go. This is the heavyweight match. They just haven't got the chart changed yet. So it's 46-6, and we are at heavyweight. What do we want to do?
I'll read this. The next duel with the Tigers will be versus Dennison here. They'll let them finish up here against Esack. And again, at the conclusion of the night, Carroll will be facing Esack. So we'll have two duels remaining. The next one will be Carroll versus Dennison, and then Esack will wrestle Boone. And our last duel of the night will be Carroll versus Esack and Boone versus Dennison. Again, we are on Tiger Vision, and we'd like to thank our premier sponsors, Carroll Broadcasting Company, Western Iowa Networks, and our very own Carroll Tiger Booster Club. So thank you to those premier sponsors who helped get this whole Tiger Vision thing up and running. We started this fall doing football and volleyball, and we've been fortunate to continue it this winter with being able to do wrestling and girls and boys basketball.
Dennison. Are we still talking?
Looks like Denison and Esack here, the heavyweights, are just finishing up the first period. The Esack wrestlers up 2-0.
Esack's heavyweight looking for a fall over.
Got it.
And he got it.
2.3 seconds left. Just in time. I'm not sure what age he is. All right, looks like, was that the final match for them?
No, they got to do
okay. All right. So Kip Corbin won there the heavyweight match. He's a junior from Esack.
I think Dennison's a sophomore.
All right, let's see. We got a winner by forfeit. Evan Boger there from Esack was winner by forfeit. And it looks like we got 113 coming up, and it looks like there will be a match here between Dennison and Esack at 113. Looks like it'll be Hugo Medina from Dennison and AC Thielen from from Esack. We got Ace is a freshman, and Hugo is a sophomore. Again, we got some bonus wrestling coverage here for everybody. We got Esack and Dennison. Carroll defeated Boone in the first duel, 63-17. So they'll await Dennison here, and then Boone will be facing Esack in the second duel.
It looks like very, very shortly after the Denison, Slushwick wrestlers and Esack have a quick meeting, we'll be able to go right straight into the next set of duels, which, as we said before, Carroll will be wrestling Denison Slushwick, and obviously then Boone and Esack.
Got about 45 seconds left here in the first period. And Esack almost got it. Dennison in the cradle there. We got 23 seconds left here in the first period, with Esack leading 4-0 in this match. Looks like Ace might be able to ride him out here, final 10 seconds. And right as I say that, Dennison escapes. Hugo Medina, nice job getting the escape point right at the end of the first period. So we'll have Esack is up 4-1 after at the conclusion of the first period.
I was visiting with the coaches from Denison Slushwick before the match started. They have quite a few guys out. A few of them are kind of inexperienced. When I say out, I mean on the team. But they also have a few guys that are actually out of action tonight and didn't weigh in due to illness. They were missing a few guys the other night in some duels, and they're missing a few tonight. So they're doing a good job filling the weights in with some of their extra guys. But you can see Esack's experience by the team score being up 58-6. Esack has quite a number of experienced wrestlers, although they are really relatively young. We've got 2 or 3 seniors that are really solid and some juniors that are good, and then some good solid young kids. So they're going to be okay for the next year or two anyway with what they got, and hopefully their middle school programs are building.
We got it. Almost had a tilt there. With 1 minute remaining here in the second period. Again, Esack's up 7-1.
From Dennison there, getting a reversal. I'm not sure if if the referee's going to award any back points there. You couldn't really tell. There's all kinds of rules on supporting points and what's on and what's not on, and when you can give back points and when you can't. So it looks like there weren't enough supporting points on to be able to give the back points.
Nope. So Thiele's still ahead 7-3 here with 17 seconds left in the second period.
Locked his hands. Now he should be blowing the whistle stopping the match.
And time runs out here at the second period. So we still got Thielen from Esack leading Medina from Denison 8-3. Looks like Thielen's going to pick down and start third period. Now it looks like the official caught the locked hands.
That's the second locked hands on Hugo Medina from Denison Schleswig. If you're not familiar with penalties, you get a penalty for a point, a penalty for a point, a penalty for 2 points, and if you get another one, you have to forfeit the match. So you don't want to be locking your hands 4 times or you're done. Locked hands just simply means that when the wrestler on the bottom is down on the mat, the top wrestler cannot lock his hands around the body or both legs. When the wrestler on the bottom is on his feet, then the wrestler on top could lock both hands. A lot of times it's kind of a touchy thing. The guy on the bottom starts to stand up, and the guy on top wants to lock his hands.
It's almost a natural instinct.
Missing everything.
I'm guessing Hugo's a little inexperienced here on the mat because the coaches are getting pretty animated on trying to help him out here. Now he did. He got the half and he got some turn. He's going to get near fall, and he looks like he's pretty close. Hugo doesn't quite have it locked in. He has to scoop the head up in order to get that call. He lost the arm, so there he'll get his back points, but
I just looked over checking the Carroll bench, and Jackson Poolman's watching this match very intently. These will probably be his 2 next opponents, so he's getting a little scouting action on them.
I think, yeah, Jackson will probably have the experience on either wrestler, but we had 25 seconds here left. Dennison has to try to push for some points here. He's currently trailing 9-6. If he can get him turned with some back points, that'll tie it up. Both wrestlers look pretty exhausted, and boom, just like that, Esack's up and out. Got the 1-point escape, so now Ace is up 10-6. And there's the time. So close match there at 113.
By the weigh-in sheets, we should have a match coming up here at 120. Maybe at 126. and that would be the last 2 matches. It just depends on how everybody's shuffling their wrestlers around.
Yeah, it looks like we do have one here at 120. Again, we're consider this bonus wrestling coverage for you guys. We're not really familiar with these guys, but we can figure out typically who the wrestlers are here by the weigh-in sheets.
Okay, it's these 2 guys.
Okay, we got Juan Chino from Dennison here, the sophomore, and Peyton Winchell is a junior from Esack. Kind of got a scramble going right now. Peyton looked initially like he was in good shape, and now he did get it behind for the 2-point. Nice little roll there by Juan, but good follow by Peyton.
We believe Winchell came into this match with a 3-1 record, and Chino 1-4. Chino has enough experience though, but a lot of his matches last year were at 106, and he's up to 120 right now. Sometimes that's pretty tough.
Ooh,
there's a nice
caught the headlock
by Chino for the takedown, and he has Winchell on his back.
Now Winchell's up. That was just, Winchell's has the length on him for sure, but so Chino is ahead 5-3. 15 seconds left in the first period. Esack currently leading the dual score 61-6. So the team duel winner here isn't in question, but we're going to be starting the second period here at the 120. Looks like Winchell won and decided to go neutral to start the second. Looks like Juan's trying to throw for the most part, just missed the headlock there, and that's the problem with throwing. If you don't get it, you're going to get ducked under and given up 2. There's trying the cow catcher there, but
to figure out who won.
All right, we got 50 seconds left in the second period. Winchell has grabbed the lead 7-6. Working on top.
These guys all have a loss. We think this Cobb is the one that won.
We got 10 seconds left in the second period here, with Winchell leading 7-6. Looks like that's the score we'll have here going into the third and final period. Got a little discussion on what the actual score of the match is here. Sean Thompson's going to our official here is going to the bench to confer and see what. Right now it has the score on the scoreboard says 7-6. Winchell from Esack leading, but I'm guessing.
Which way?
Huh?
Which way?
No, I want to know.
Now both coaches are over conferring with their scorebooks, see what we got here. Again, if you're just logging into the live stream, Carroll defeated Boone in the first duel, 63-17. This is also the opposite side duel, Dennison versus Esack, just finishing up with a possible one match left, depending if they have an open weight or not. And then once that concludes, Carroll will move on to face Dennison in the second duel, while Esack will wrestle Boone. Again, this is you're watching Tiger Vision. Thanks to our premier sponsors, Carroll Broadcasting, Western Iowa Networks, and our own Tiger Booster Club. Thank you for supporting Tiger Vision.
They have the score on here as 70-6.
Well, I have no idea what.
Oh, just under a minute here in the third period. According to the scoreboard, it's still 7-6 Winchell, so the score did not change. The Esack wrestlers up 1, 45 seconds left. Has a leg in. It's going to be tough for Juan to get up. Looks like he's trying to be better off if he could try to get that half in underneath his arm, but he's not too often can you get that, get them turned with just on the back of the neck and not under their arm.
Avery Zank.
Okay.
Because he's another one that's missing. He's our best kid.
We got 17 seconds left. If Juan can get up and out, that ties up the match. So Winchell's going to try to keep him down here for the final 17.7 seconds. See how this one plays out. Looks like Winchell had the leg in for a little bit. Now almost has him tilted, but and then almost gives up a reversal. It looks like he's going to hold on. Peyton Winchell there, won 7-6 over Wanchino. And I don't know if we'll see a match at 126 here or not.
It looks like
Dennison has
somebody reporting. He's reporting over to the bench, but I think
Esack looked like they were open at that weight, I think.
Weight. So is the score 64-6?
I believe the final score was 64-12 then for Esack.
Track wrestling's got a little bit of discrepancy here because the JV wrestling is mixed in with the varsity, so the team scores aren't quite right.
I think it's 64-12.
Sure the team score ended up Esack 64, Dennison Schleswig 12. With Dennison Schleswig's Avery Zank getting a fall.
So we have a little break here in the action. When we get back here, we'll have Carroll versus Dennison in the second duel of the night, and we'll have Esack versus Boone. Again, thank you for watching. This is Tiger Vision, and thank you to our premier sponsors, Carroll Broadcasting, Western Iowa Networks, and the Tiger Booster Club. Stay tuned for some messages from them, and we'll be back with some wrestling here shortly. Thank you.
Local sports, local news, and local weather. We are Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since 1950.
Run by the parents, for the students, the Carroll Booster Club provides for all of our Tigers throughout the year. Be a member, have some fun, support our Carroll Tigers and all they do. Go Tigers!
Carroll High Booster Club. Thank you for selecting me as a recipient of your scholarship. I greatly appreciate all of the support you have given me during my high school career through various sports. Thank you for supporting my future. Justin Moore.
Local sports, local news, and local weather. We are Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since 1950.
Run by the parents, for the students, the Carroll Booster Club provides for all of our Tigers throughout the year. Be a member, have some fun, support our Carroll Tigers and all they do. Go Tigers!
Carroll High Booster Club. Thank you for selecting me as a recipient of your scholarship. I greatly appreciate all of the support you have given me during my high school career through various sports. Thank you for supporting my future. Justin Moore.
All right, we're back, everybody. For our second duel tonight, we have Carroll versus Denison. We're going to start out with, again, we're going to start with a couple JV matches first, but we are underway. All right, we got Trevor Hansen here for Carroll. He's a freshman, and he's facing off against Thomas Gatto, who's also a freshman. It's like Gatto had the headlock there, but to no avail because Hansen's in better shape on top.
It's quite a height difference. It's very difficult to headlock somebody who's 10 inches taller than you are, so he missed it. Hansen doing a really good job keeping the weight on and keeping his opponent flattened out. Oh, there's a...
Almost had him rolled up there, and now he is getting some back points just to get his head up.
Yeah, he needs to get out to one side or the other now. He's kind of caught up in the legs, but he's working his way to his right. He's probably going to come up to a half with his right arm.
Gatto's really where he's Always after that head, it looks like. Usually that gets you in trouble when you're reaching back for the head.
Yeah, there's the half Nelson on the right side. He does look like he's got the left wrist trapped. Wrist and a half. Pretty tough to get out of there too, but Gatto's fighting it very hard with 30 seconds left in the period.
Keeps working it.
The one thing that you hear more than anything else when a guy's got another guy on his back, the guy on top, the coaches are yelling, get your head up, get your head up. That's probably one of the #1 things in wrestling, and everybody should do it automatically. So all the coaches yell, get your head up, get your head up.
I don't know. Oh wait. Is that it?
Okay, we're just waiting to see which wrestlers get announced here in the JV.
Oh, all right. Just another match here at it's 170. Be Kate Shable from Carroll versus Corona from Dennison.
Corona's a junior.
Yeah, Corona's a junior. Shable's a sophomore. First year wrestling for Kate Shable. So coming off a varsity letter winner in football, gonna give wrestling a shot this year. Ooh, almost on the single leg by Shable there. Kind of circling, feeling each other out yet early in the first.
Shable doing a nice job keeping his feet wide and keeping his elbows in. A lot of times you'll see younger, more experienced wrestlers not stay in good position. He just almost missed that takedown, but
he ended up getting behind him. Okay, keep those hips back. See what he can be as the wrist there. Let's see if he can use it.
Yeah, he's got to work to keep his hips behind the other wrestler. You can see Corona trying to grab the leg to pull him back in the front. Again, you don't want to ride too high. There isn't a whole lot you can do from the top if you're that high. Shable trying to work quickly to get back behind, a little gum move there.
There, he reached back and grabbed the leg. And got him sprawled back out.
Immediately going up for the wrist, which is what he should be doing.
Lost some headgear. 37 seconds left in the first period. Shable leading 2-0.
So far, except for that getting a little high on that ride, we're seeing good basics out of Shable. Shable trying to crack that near wrist down. He's got the wrist. Corona doing a pretty good job staying on his base. Little stand-up action there. We'll see if Shable can bring him to the mat, and he does. Immediately gets off the lock's hand and goes for the wrist like he should be.
Short time left, only 10 seconds left in the first period here. Shable pretty much in control.
There's no definition of short time.
And that's the end of the first period. Shable leading 2-0.
Dude.
We don't know.
I believe Corona selected down for the second period.
I missed the call, but if he picked down, he'd been unable to get out from underneath Shable for the most of the first period. So we'll see how this goes.
And there's an escape, a nice little stand up by Corona, working the hands and getting his hips free.
2-1. Shable still leading. See if Shable can run this, and he does. Nice little single leg.
Yeah, he wasn't going to let go of that leg. He did a really nice job. Shable did cutting the corner on that one. Now he's back into his ride, throwing a lot of weight into those hips.
So 4-1. Shable leading. Minute 10 left in the second period. Excuse me.
A little sit-out move there by Corona, but he was getting in trouble, getting sucked back into it, so he bailed on that one. Shable looks like he's trying a right-side chicken wing and/or a left-side half. Got a little of each going right there.
Looks like he's digging that half in. If he can trap that right arm underneath him. Getting good direction from Coach Drake and Coach Noggle.
There's an escape by Corona.
Good.
I think every coach on the bench was telling Shable to turn.
I think you're accurate. We got 12 seconds left here in the second period.
A partial shot there by Corona.
Shable still leading 4-2.
It looks like we're going to end 4-2 at the end of the second period. Cade Shable took neutral. He's had a lot of success on his feet. The 2 takedowns and 2 good rides. There's another shot. Lost some balance, but he kept
still
driving.
Right, yep.
Still got it. Driving through to get that takedown. Throwing a half immediately.
There it has a half in. Let's see if he can run it.
You got to come up, get one wrist. Kind of working back and forth from the right to the left side. Corona's got a leg way out there, and so far has done a good job staying off his back. But it's looking good here for Shable.
Shable leading 6-2 with 1:20 left in the third.
Corona again fending off, going to his back, keeping his head up, keeping his leg out.
Shable almost has that wrist.
Got to stretch him. And Corona fights his way out of it for an escape. Shable back on the attack immediately with a single. He missed it. Looks like he's trying to throw a headlock, but I don't know if he's ever done one before. Corona picks up 2 on the takedown, and he has Shable on his back on the edge of the mat. He's still going to pick up 3 back points. And on a 5-point move, following an escape, Shable drops behind 8-6, and he's down with 36 seconds to go.
Cade will need a quick escape here and see if he can get one of those takedowns. He was in on the legs pretty easily before, so we'll see here. A little early start by the Dennison wrestler, gets a caution.
Now, like Craig just said, Shable needs an escape and a takedown to win this. He's got to get out.
He's out quick.
Out for 1 with 30 seconds to go.
The Dennison, he's going to try to stay on his head, but Shable's going to have to drive into that leg. You only got 18 seconds remaining, down 1.
Corona's doing a nice job just holding on to it. Corona gets stalling warning there, but there's only 10 seconds left. Shable needs a takedown, and he has to go for something and ends up getting taken down and on his back. He hasn't done 2 shit.
Close match there, but Shable falls 12-7. All right, we'll have another JV match coming up for you. I know it's Tyson Bornero for Carroll. It's a sophomore heavyweight. And Javier Gonzalez, sophomore also for Denison. So we got 2 sophomore JV heavyweights.
And it's a good possibility we'll have another JV heavyweight match as Denison Schleswig has a couple extra heavyweights. It's good to see some of our younger guys get a match.
Typical heavyweight fashion, just kind of getting some pushing, feeling each other out here for the first bit of the first period.
Now we have two really probably relatively inexperienced wrestlers going. We know Bordenero's a wrestler and Gonzalez is a sophomore. Both guys kind of reluctant to do anything, but that's again typical of really young heavyweights, just pushing around, hoping the other guy makes a mistake. Surprisingly, both guys doing a nice job trying to get inside position, staying forehead to forehead. Basically blocking each other off, but no attacks yet.
Bornero looked like he was trying to draw him in for a throw there, but nothing prevailed.
Oh, nice snap down. Nice snap down by Bornero for a takedown.
Bornero jumps out to a 2-0 lead with 14 seconds left here in the first period.
Now it looks like Corona wants to do some sit-outs, but right now Bordenero's got him under control with just a tight waist. Now he went to the far ankle and he's got Corona flattened out.
So it'll be the end of the first period. Bornero leading 2-0.
Excuse me, I had the name wrong. This is Javier Gonzalez for Dennison's wrestler.
Gonzalez deferred and Bornero took neutral here to start the second.
Coach Nagel indicating that maybe Bornero should go back to that same takedown. Both of them pushing on each other. It's a good thing you can do to snap the guy down and go behind him, which is how Bornero got his first takedown.
$145 solid match for Esack, Sterling, and Rodman. For Boone, and 3 rounds.
Oh, there's a takedown shot, a nice one by Gonzalez to tie the match 2-2. Bornero's going to have to get back to his base. Gonzalez has a really solid arm bar on him right now, and he's looking for a half on the far side or a wrist on the far side to turn him. No, it looks like he's just going to try to bulldoze him over with what he's got. Bornero doing a really nice job getting that leg out to prevent him from going over, but this hammerlock is a tough move, and there's a lot of weight on those shoulders.
Minute to go here, still in the second. Bornero has to get that arm back.
Gonzalez loses the arm bar. Bornero just not quite reacting quick enough, but there's a little sit out. He's got to keep his hips moving.
And spin. Oh, he did the hard part and couldn't quite get turned.
Trying to cradle there on top by Gonzalez. Breaks Bornero back down.
We got 30 seconds left in the second period. There's a nice stand up. Spin and get away. Ooh.
Back heel trip by Gonzalez. Yeah. Bornero back on the bottom.
It's a nice job by Gonzalez getting him back on the mat.
A lot of pressure. He's keeping a lot of pressure on Bornero. Very, very difficult to get off your belly in that. But again, Bornero has done a nice job with his legs and his hips staying off his back.
It'll be the end of the second period, and we're deadlocked 2-2.
Dennison's got to be taken down.
Little blood time here for Carroll. Little bloody nose looks like out of Bornero.
Yeah, in a wrestling match, a wrestler gets 5 minutes total for the match for blood time, and usually on a bloody nose, it's wipe it off, put a cotton ball in there, and the blood time stops. And so it takes about 15 seconds to 20 seconds of his time.
Athletic trainer.
They just cut the blood time there.
Athletic trainer Steve Schabel down here helping us out. Coach Noggle with some words of encouragement, getting Bornero back out there and ready to roll. Just getting about ready to start the third period. Again, deadlock 2-2.
Now you would expect Gonzalez here to take down at 2-2. With each of them getting a takedown, he needs an escape or a reversal here. And it's a lot easier a lot of times to score from the bottom than it is from anywhere else. There's an outside roll, which is a typical move for an upper weight wrestler. He got Bornero pushing a little bit and hit an outside roll for a reversal.
Bornero's been able to hit that sit out, just has to get that body weight back in to stand up, and I think he's afraid if he puts too much weight back, they might bring the back door out from behind him and put him on his back. But
yeah, it's real easy. You get that sit out and start pushing back for the top wrestler to kind of just let you drop to your back. Good stand up by Bornero. He could score easy from here. He's got to fight the hands and get his hips turning. Oh, and another solid back heel trip by Gonzalez. And Bornero is out for one.
And got two. Got two. Hey.
And a takedown by Bornero that'll take the lead 5-4.
Finds himself on top.
I'm not really sure what all that was, but it was 2 points for Bornero.
Sometimes you find yourself in those scramble situations. It turns crazy. And
that was a good, solid scramble. These two guys, for being big, young guys, are showing surprisingly good hips and decent position. Bornero just has to be careful that he doesn't get out of position or start pushing again and get that outside roll.
He might.
Good job with the tight waist, pulling him toward him instead of pushing away.
Got a lot of direction from the bench.
We only got 5 coaches yelling half, half, half. Gonzalez warned for stalling.
Yep. Bornero broke him flat again. We got 25 seconds left.
Yeah, he's got to work back behind. He can't sit out there. He can't sit out there. Nice job picking the hands, but he's got to get back behind and get on the hips. There's a half. He's got to ride him out for 10 seconds.
Bornero with a 5-4 lead. Just needs to hold on basically here. Hasn't been called for any warrant for stalling. 2 seconds.
Whoa.
Bornero with your win, 5-4 by the sophomore heavyweight, the JV.
Pretty darn exciting JV heavyweight match there. And you can tell there's a little inexperience because he forgot to shake hands at the end.
And have his hand raised for winning.
Needed to get his hand raised.
So great job there by Tyson. It doesn't look like, I thought we might have another heavyweight match, but it looks like we're going to kick it off into the varsity now.
We're starting here at 138. This should be Trevor Johns from Carroll. We're waiting to get the Dennison Schleswig wrestler identified.
Yes, and it's Colton Johnson, I think.
Starting 138 pounds for Denison Schleswig, Colton Johnson.
Yes, it is Colton Johnson.
Trevor's a senior for Carroll here, and Johnson is a junior. Johnson in on the shot. Johns is going to try to hold on, but he's getting himself in. Nice. Wow, that talking about ending up right in a scramble situation. These guys are scrambling like crazy.
A takedown and a quick reversal.
2-2 early on here in the first period. A lot of action.
Johnson's really long. He's working for a cradle. He's got the head in the side trying to bend Johns at the waist. So he can get his hands locked, and he looks like he does have his hands locked.
Trevor had the leg. I was hoping he could keep that leg and stop from letting Johnson get that cradle in.
Trevor getting his hips out and trying to get behind now. He's got to stuff the head. get his hips away. Johnson controlling the leg, so Johns can't score.
It almost looked like Johns could have just got his one to get away, but he was trying to hang in there for the reversal.
Yeah, sometimes that reversal is just not there, and you got to be satisfied with a point. Johns is a little undersized at this weight. I believe he's going to go down to 132. Colton is fairly decent size, 138 pounder.
Well, we're about just out of the first period here. 5 seconds left.
Now here he needs to stuff the head and get his one.
Got his one right before the time.
Yeah, that was a smart move there. He didn't wade back in and try to get more than he could have got. Don't ever want to step back in. Once you're getting your escape and you get your legs away, keep them away. Especially when you're wrestling a guy with as long arms as Colton Johnson.
Yep. So Trevor Johns with that late escape leads after the first period 3-2. And we're underway here in the second. And nice job by Trevor.
A little partial switch action there for a reversal. Although Johnson's got the legs, Trevor's got to work
get behind,
and he does.
Nice job by Trevor off the bottom there to start out the second period here.
Johnson trying to fight the hands.
And off the mat, so they'll go back to the center. Got 1:30 left in the second period. John's leading 5-2.
Real nice stand up there by Johnson. Fought the hands, got him over to the hips, fought the hands down away, and got out for his escape.
So that makes it 5-3. Trevor Johns from Carroll still leading at 138 here. Carroll versus Dennison.
Hopefully Trevor will go on the attack here and pick up another takedown in this period. He's done a nice job on his feet. There he is on his feet. There he is. I don't want to wade back into that one either.
As long as...
Yeah, he got caught there trying to counter a takedown and walked back into a double leg by Colton Johnson.
Yeah, it looks like that's what Coach Noggles telling him too. Get his hips away instead of getting sucked in there. So we got 5-5 with 50 seconds left in the second period.
John's trying a little switch action there, but Colton Johnson hanging on to a good solid tight waist. Now going to a half, a little spiral ride there to take him down back to the mat. Looks like they're going to go off.
Yep. So Trevor has 34 seconds here to try to get out or get a reversal. We're tied 5-5 in the second period.
Yeah, he's trying to work to get his hips free, get his hips away, get a little clearance so he can turn. But right now, again, there, Colton Johnson from Denison Schleswig, good tight waist, working back on the ankles to dump him.
Yeah, just when Trevor thinks he can get some weight and get up, he's doing a nice job grabbing that ankle.
We got 23 seconds left. Be nice to see an unanswered point or two here by Johns. He's up and he's out.
Nice job by Trevor. That gets him back in the lead, 6-5 with 15 seconds here left in the second period.
Oh, he looked like, Colton Johnson missed a throw, but
still got behind him.
Kind of a little slow reaction by Trevor Johns on that. Again, Johnson picks up the takedown.
It's a late takedown there for Johnson. Actually gives him the lead 7-6 here going into the third period. It looks like it's going to be...
Dennison taken down.
Yeah, it looks like Johnson took down position, so we're going to have to either get him turned here or let him, if we can't keep him down, let him up so we can give up and escape, but then get a chance to get a takedown to tie it up.
Nice wide base and fighting the hands by Colton Johnson. Good stand-up. Once you get up that high, it's very, very difficult for the top guy to counter that move. So they're back on their feet, which Probably is good for Trevor Johns.
Yep. That puts Johnson in the lead by 2, up 8-6 here with 1:35 in the last period.
Johns there looking for a little angle, couldn't quite get it. Good stance by Johnson holding him off. There's a little shot by Johns, but nothing there. He's got to get his head up and get out of that.
Yeah, not much he can do from that position besides find himself in trouble.
Now we got the long arms there. Johnson being able to control the leg and come around for the takedown.
That was big for Johnson. That puts him up 4. He's up 10-6 here with just under a minute to go in the third period. We're going to need a reversal of some sort with some back points here to pull this one off.
Johnson trying a takedown, or excuse me, a cradle on Trevor Johns. Probably not quite tight enough. Goes down around the knee.
Yeah, you let go of that. Looks like this. I think he's a smart enough wrestler now. Realizes the only way he's going to get beat here is to get himself in a compromised situation. So he kind of lets Trevor back up to his feet. Still leading 10-7. 15 seconds left to go here in the final period.
Now, when you got a 10-6 lead, you just don't want to get reversed to your back. So, pretty smart match here by Colton Johnson.
And that'll do it at 1:38 here. So we have Trevor Johns falling to Colton Johnson 10-7, and that puts Dennison in the lead of the team duel 3-0 here to start out.
As we said during the first duels, Denison Schleswig, they're short 3 or 4 guys tonight due to illness, and they're shuffling some bodies around to fill the classes.
So we got Camden Robinson here at 145 for the Tigers. I believe he's facing Fernando Garcia.
All right, we got to see who's wrestling. Track wrestling's not coming up with it, but
Camden's a sophomore. Yep, Camden's sophomore for Carroll. Garcia's a junior for the Monarchs. And Camden's on top right now in control. Camden leading the match 2-0. Minute 15 left, first period.
Carlos Garcia from Denison Schleswig's picked up a couple of wins on this young season. Camden looks like he's riding tough though.
Nice return to the mat by Camden.
Well, he's trying to tilt him there with a little roll through on the wrist. Fortunately, they roll, or unfortunately for Camden, they rolled all the way through that one.
It's like Coach Berger and Coach Drake giving him some instructions here. It's only 2-0, but again, Camden's looked well in control of this match thus far.
Here, got both wrists. He's got that one wrist tied up. Camden's got the one wrist tied up really good. He's looking to get something on the other side. Now going back to the tight waist. He knows that it's not much time left.
Yep, that's the end of the first period.
Nice ride out there, though.
Yeah, Camden leads 2-0 after that first period, but again, it looked like he was in control almost that entire period. In good shape. Looks like they will start in neutral for the start of the second period. You can tell Camden, I thought he was going to pass the elbow and get down onto that leg.
Shot there. It's a good thing that he cut the corner. He needed to cut the corner.
That half is there.
He did a really good job on that.
If he can keep that arm, it looks like he can get it in tight. Yep. He has that head scooped. He should take his time, and he should be all right here.
He's sinking it deep. He's got that forearm out there, so there's no leverage.
Yep.
He's kind of tied up in a leg, it looks like, and he needs to get out of that. Shift around toward the top to get the fall.
Sink back a little bit to get chest to chest, and like I said, he has a minute to go, so he has time. Just don't try to rush it and lose what he has.
Craig just said he's got a lot of time. He's just adjusting his chest back, getting more weight on it. Oh, it's really close. The referee's got the best view, though.
Yep. And Sean Thompson's one of the most experienced officials we'll see, so he knows what he's looking for.
And there's a fall.
Big pin there by Camden Robinson, only a sophomore. There's 6 big points for the Tigers, now taking the lead in the duel 6-3 over Dennison.
All right, we got Abraham Dirks coming out here at 152 for Carroll.
North mat, 152 pounds for Dennison Sweatway, Leo Rowe. For Carroll, Abraham Dirks.
Leo Aurel.
All right, at 152, we got a pair of sophomores out here.
Abraham Dirks has been looking in his first few matches, kind of looks for a throw right off the bat to see if it's there. He's got some good upper body action.
Leo's pretty aggressive on the head here. We'll see what nice drop down a single leg.
So just when you said he's looked, or just when I said he's been looking for throws early, he had a leg takedown.
He did a nice job, took what he was given there, dropped to the leg and got his 2 points.
Now we'll see what kind of rider he is. He's a little taller opponent.
Nice job by Dirks, driving him, keeping all that weight up on his shoulders, driving him into the mat.
He's got the near wrist tied now into a chicken wing. He let up just a little bit on the pressure. And we've got a
potential dangers. It looked like
dangerous. He had a chicken
I didn't
wing
see it, but
yeah, it looked like the wings. You have to be on the upper part of the arm, and it looked like Aurelio's elbow slid out through it. So our referee made the right call there.
Yep, Sean Thompson won't miss much.
Dirks going back to the same ride, lots of tight waist pressure.
Got the wrist again.
Drive up through the ribs, and now he's got that wing again, but that is another potentially dangerous. And actually, had he driven that a little bit, it would have been illegal. When you chicken wing, if you're familiar with that or saw it there, the top guy's hand has to be in the middle of the bottom guy's back. We don't want to dislocate any shoulders.
So Dirks still with a 2-0 lead, 45 seconds left in the first period. Leo on his feet, but Dirks gets him back down on the mat.
Yep, trapped the arm, put a lot of pressure on the hips, and sagged him back down to the mat. Unlikely to see any score here other than maybe an escape, and they're called off the mat.
So we'll get back to the middle here. 24 seconds left, first period. Dirks still leading 2-0.
We'll see if Dirks can ride him out here or maybe pick up some back points. He's back to that chicken wing.
If he can get around the hay, he's trying to run his feet. Leo did a nice job keeping his feet running as well, though.
Now he's going to a little hammer lock. He wants to get something on the right side to go with what he's got. Oh, he's back to the wing. He's got the wrist and wing, which is a good move. He's going to drop his hips onto the guy's shoulders.
He got just a couple. He was about 5 seconds too late on that move, but he did get two near fall.
That was a solid pinning combination if they hadn't run out of time, but we got a little blood going here.
Good. Steve Schabel staying busy tonight with the Tigers. Coach Eric Noggle over here too. Looks like he got scratched top of the nose. Doesn't look like a bloody nose. Looks like maybe got scratched.
Yeah, the scratch is somewhere above the nose.
But Dirk's
we'll wipe off with some Vaseline. Plug the hole. Plug the hole.
Dirk's still leading 4-0 end of the first. Tigers leading 6-3 here in their second duel over the Monarchs. Carroll was victorious in the first duel, 63-17 over Boone. Carroll will go against Esack on the final duel of the night after this one.
Did you say anything about that? Well, we're getting ready to go here. Blood time's been cut. Just to let you know, they're at 160 in the Esack Boone duel. Scores 7-6 for Boone, I believe. Dirk's back to that good tight waist ride. Now coming down to the arm and going again for the chicken wing.
Leo did a nice job running his feet there to stay off his back. Dirks was running around, running his feet, but so did Dennison. So that good defense there.
Got a hammer lock there. I don't know. It looks like he wants to change that into a chicken wing. He's still trying to work something on the right side. Still going with the hammer lock.
Official watching that arm too, real close, just to make sure. Dirks has been on that all match.
He's got a little head lever action going here, Barr.
There it is.
That took him over.
That's not gonna. You won't get out of that one from Abraham Dirks.
That was a smooth move there by Abraham Dirks, working that arm and going to that bar arm head lever. Nice move. Team score now 12-3 in favor of Carroll. We got Luke Woosley going out at 160.
And really hitting the meat of the lineup too here for the Tigers after Dirks. And actually Woosley just received a forfeit.
Yeah, unfortunately this is where Dennison has some ill wrestlers in this area. They just could not perform this week. They missed some duels on Tuesday also with sickness. So here we go at 170.
Looks like we will.
Parker Clucky.
Yeah, we will see Parker Clucky here. Again, you never want to put too many expectations on a particular kid, but usually when Clucky goes out there, Coach Eric Noggles thinking we're going to get some points here. Parker won his first match in the first duel and looking to go 2-0 on the night here.
There's a low heel pick there. Parker's been working on that.
Guessing Coach Berger might have had something to do with that one.
Parker's going to try to control the hips here. Set him back down and then work upper body. There's a tilt. Tilt didn't get anywhere. He didn't expose the back to 45 degrees, but he's got it back to 45 degrees, but he's got a nice hammer lock on. Now he's tilting him again.
Now he's getting some back points.
Unlikely to get a fall in something like this, but right now Parker's working on his tilts.
Got two near fall. Extends his lead to 4-0. Still 50 seconds left in the first period. They're going to get back in the center here. Coach Berger giving Clucky some instructions from the side.
It's kind of weird here. Carroll now wrestling in their 3rd duel of the season. Dennison Schleswig wrestling in their 9th. Plus they had a tournament in there too, so their early season was filled. Clucky with him on his back.
As you can see, got his tilt. Looks like it's a pin. So Clucky got some points there with the tilt, and then felt like he had enough. And actually, I think he realized that Langenfeld was pretty much flat, so he adjusted and got on top there for the pin. So again, usually that's where the Tigers will make hay, between Dirks all the way through to Woosley to Clucky.
Unfortunately here, this is again where Denison Schleswig's missing one of their seniors at this weight, and so they had to forfeit to Riley Nearing, making the team score Carroll 30, Denison Schleswig 3. And then here we go with somebody you didn't see in the first duel due to our power failure. We have Brennan Kaufman Jr. from Carroll and Avery Zink from Denison Schleswig. Zink is one of Denison Schleswig's top wrestlers this season.
For Esack, Lane Snyder. For Boone, Brennan Bennett.
Both wrestlers kind of feeling each other out here early, keeping those elbows in, trying to see if they can maneuver.
Coffran trying to sneak underneath, maybe going for a body lock. He likes to body lock and throw early.
Looked like Zank almost tried to throw there too, and so we could have some mirror results.
Nice little duck under attempt, and now drop down into the single. That was really nice by Coffran.
Should have left.
He's got to just keep going, not try to get too much too soon.
No points yet. That was a weird scramble. Carroll doing really well in these scramble situations.
Coffran's got live hips, as you saw there. He was all but on his back and ended up with a takedown and a fall out of that deal.
And even Coffran's even nice enough to pick up the opponent's mouthpiece. So yeah, really unique situation there with that scramble, especially at 195. You don't see too many like that, and just caught him right and tilted him around, and
yeah, he was all but taken down and back pointed when he flipped his hips through there. Coach Nagel says he's got the livest hips on the team, and that is very unusual for somebody that big.
Yeah,
Martinez.
So now we're at 220. We got Cesar Martinez, a junior from Dennison, Nathan Reiling, senior from Carroll. Martinez with a quick early takedown, leading 2-0.
Getting a little high. Nate's coming up to stand up. There's
got the
Nate's
wing
move right there, the outside roll. He doesn't quite have control.
But he got the reversal.
He rolls. Okay, this should put Martinez on the bottom here with Reiling.
Reiling will cover. Tied up 2-2. Minute 25 left in the first.
Nate coming back to try to pick the ankle. A lot of pressure on the upper body. But what he needs to do here is get Martinez's hips down, which he didn't.
And Martinez with the reversal. Ooh, Nate tried rolling and got himself in trouble.
Himself in big trouble here. Martinez has a headlock on him.
Looks like
Nate's fighting it, but
I was going to say, it looks like Nate's popping his hips pretty good.
He might get out, and he is out. 3-point near fall to go with the reversal for Martinez makes it 7-2. Nate hitting a roll again. He's got to get his hips turned or he's not going to score.
And he did. Oh, yeah, he got, well, that arm's still back, so he's not going to get any points yet. 27 seconds. Nate has to pop his hips around back, get behind him to get his points.
Yeah, he just did not get his hips turned over and get in position to get his reversal. It looked like it was going to go, but it just did not happen. Martinez probably going to ride this out for the last 10 seconds on the edge of the mat.
Yeah, we're going to end the first period here. Riling trailing 7-2 from Martinez from Dennison. Conditioning might be a factor here if we can get this to the third period.
In pretty good shape, but he's down, and I think the Martinez Denison Schleswig knows that he has a roll by now.
you would hope he'd figure that out, but you never know.
Martinez getting a little high there, but when you catch that roll,
like that,
there it is. Nate's got the arm and head up. That's it.
Typical Riling fashion there. He has that roll down probably better than anybody, and he gets the pin for the Tigers.
I don't want to give anything away to future wrestlers, but they will know with Nate Riling, it's to know you is to roll you. So he hit that one pretty nice.
It's nice to see the win out of Riling. Had a good
team score right now. We have is 42-3 for Carroll, with Josh Left coming out against Terrazzo or whatever.
It's like,
would you pronounce it?
Probably going to butcher the pronunciation, but Eric Tersois. It's only a sophomore from Dennison, but
we think the last name is
senior.
Tertius.
Told you I'd butcher it.
He's done a really nice job for Denison Schleswig at heavyweight.
And probably not. I'm not sure if he was in the lineup as a freshman, but
he's got good size.
Luff definitely has the experience.
Josh has had a little problem getting things going right off the bat this year, but he's shown marked improvement in his form over his career, and has been a credible, or more than credible, heavyweight for us. Try a little pass by there, nothing was there. I think Josh probably trying to expose some sort of a snatch on a leg. Referee encouraging a little more action.
Not quite as much action as we had in the JV heavyweight with Board and Arrow, but at the varsity level, probably a little bit more unwilling to get in a compromising situation.
Yeah, and that's just the deal. The bigger the weights, the less likely you are to get out of a mistake.
You got 5 seconds left in the first period. Looks like we're going to end this thing 0-0 going to the second. Left will have choice, defers.
I would sure assume, Denison Schleswig Tertius taking down. I don't think he wants to.
He doesn't want to, but his coach told him he was. So.
But he's being encouraged by the coaching staff to take down.
So Left will be on top.
Noggle telling Left to stay on his hips.
Left applying that pressure up again towards Dennison's shoulders.
Left working a little bit of a spiral ride, trying to keep Tertius on his knees. Now he's got it flat down. He's going to go to work.
Got that power half in.
Got a good deep half.
If he can run it.
He's got to stretch him out just a little bit.
There, looks like he's starting to go.
Chest to chest.
There's some strength there by Tertius. He almost just lifted, puffed up.
To get him off. But Luff got him right back in trouble here.
Credit to Josh. He got back around on the other side. Working his way back over.
Tertius trying to work his arm through to get out. Luff catching
Luff got it.
This could do it.
Nice pin there by Carroll Senior Josh Luft, a heavyweight. There's just over a minute remaining in that second period.
That was nice.
So that pin by Luft puts the Tigers on top, 48-3 in the duel. And
106-pounder forfeiting to Deegan Schweitzer.
Schweitzer gets 6 more points for the Tigers.
I think they're going to have somebody at 113 for
Jackson Kuhlman.
For Jackson Kuhlman, and they do.
It's like Hugo Medina, sophomore. So we'll have 2 sophomores here.
Let's see if Hugo Medina, Jackson Kuhlman.
Jackson Kuhlman's first match of the night, he had received a forfeit against Boone. So he's in action for the first time here.
Went right after it there, just didn't get his hips down to get a shot in. Medina trying a shot, but Jackson countering.
And he's behind him for 2. Got the head. Kuhlman wasted no time, almost had the half in there. I thought he was going to run him, but he's back and got the arm now.
When Kuhlman's on top, you'll see a lot of solid action with his hips. He stays behind. He doesn't get out ahead too early, get out on top. Right now he's working to get his chest deep on the
just don't get run over.
Chest, and he's got it.
Minute to go, so just sit back and work positioning here. Don't rush and get too far across. 6 more points for the Tigers.
Solid pin there by Jackson Kuhlman. Good job taking his time, working the wrestler over, getting his chest to chest. Now we got Carter Drake coming out at 120. 120. Carter, one of the more solid freshmen in the area.
Yep, should be facing Juan Chino. It's a sophomore for Dennison. Drake already 1-0 today, looking for his second win. Heavy on the head early to start. Tried to get that ankle pick, wasn't quite there. Carter's has length on Chino here. Chino trying to throw, but that didn't end up so well for him.
There's a considerable size difference here. Drake doing a nice job. Chino trying to adjust to being a 120-pounder after wrestling most of his matches at 106 last year.
Yep, Carter with a quick 2-0 and let him up, so 2-1. And he's right back behind him to go up 4-1. Looks like he's going to let him go. So we should have a score of 4-2 here. Drake leading.
Drake looking for that high crotch switch off to a double. There it is. Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to work up and get some back points here. Got a cradle on. But Chino's hanging onto the leg pretty tough. If he can break the legs, he'll take him over with this little cradle he's got.
No, Drake let go of the cradle, so he's leading 6-2. Looks like he's going to cut him again.
Probably a smart move to drop that little cradle. He didn't quite have it locked up. Went for a heel pick there, didn't go.
Must have had a little scouting involved here because he's definitely trying that ankle heel pick, whatever he can get with his length.
There's a double and a dump. And he's going right straight to a half.
2 more points for Drake.
He missed the half, but he's going to let Chino go for 1 again.
Got 22 seconds left in the first period. Yeah, just another takedown makes it 10-4.
Score now 10-4. Putting a good ride on. Coaches encourage him to ride out the last 15 seconds.
2 seconds left, and looks like Drake will be up 10-4 going into the second period.
Drake's a really long-armed 120-pounder. He puts that tight waist on, and he's got an arm all the way around to the other guy's spine on the other side.
Chino chose neutral here. Probably not a bad idea, because if he's on the bottom, I don't know if he's getting out from unless Carter's been letting him go.
Little underhook and drop in there to an outside single by Drake. He's going to go right for the back points. Chino doing a good job fighting it off. And it looks like Drake's going to cut him again.
So we got 12-5 now. Drake in the lead. Minute 30 left.
Okay, tied up here. Can't really tell what Carter's trying to set up here. Going back to that outside single. Changing off. That was really close to a takedown, but one of the toes for Carter Drake went off the mat before the control.
Looks like Chino's getting a little worn down from Drake's constant mauling here.
Nope.
Still trying to throw, which probably won't end well.
Headlock there, which didn't go. There's a takedown. As soon as the wrestler's weight is supported by his hands, here comes. This looks like a little half action here, but he's got the far elbow. Not gonna. Drake's adjusting here to try to get his chest down a little lower.
Yeah, he didn't.
Going into some little bow and arrow cradle there. And he's got it.
Nice job by the Tiger freshman Carter Drake, winning by pin over sophomore Juan Chino from Dennison.
Okay, score now. Carroll 66, Dennison Schleswig 3. We've got Caden Newman reporting for Carroll. I'm not sure who Dennison Schleswig
should be freshman Eddie Gutierrez.
We could be looking at Eddie Gutierrez,
who's a freshman, looks like. So Newman should have the experience here, being the senior.
We'll see if it is Gutierrez. They'll announce it when it come up.
That's who it is. So here we go. We're underway. 126.
Gutierrez go in deep right away on a takedown. Newman
caught him
with some hips. Takes him to his back, though, off Gutierrez's shot, and he's got him in a body press. This is going to end.
Again, I'm not sure if Carroll's working on these scramble situations in the room or what, but anytime tonight so far, if it's looked like a scramble, Carroll's capitalizing.
Yeah, it sure looked like Newman was going down to his back and kept his hips alive, did a good job casting them over and going right to that body press. And there's a double forfeit at 132. Neither team has a wrestler at 132, so there are no points scored at that weight. So it ends up Carroll 72, Denison Schleswig 3. The other match with Boone and Esack, we think they're at 132. with Esack leading 36 to 19. So we'll have to see if they are at 132. That will be the last match over there. And then Carroll will wrestle Esack.
So here's a little bonus footage for everybody watching. Like Brian Hogue said, here at a 132 should be Kyle Sharp from Boone and Nathan Thompson from Esack.
I shouldn't be allowed power.
They were through the first period with one match with one chance. They didn't put the name in yet on track, so we're going to put it in.
Looks like we got a little blood time here from Nathan Thompson from Esack. A little cut above the eye or something.
You're on.
So we got a little blood time. Again, Steve Schabel, Carroll's athletic trainer here, getting some work in tonight. Again, if you're just tuning in, Carroll victorious over Boone in the first duel tonight, 63 to 17. Just concluded their second duel against Dennison and also victorious 72 to 3. Little lopsided due to some open weights for Dennison, but Carroll also wrestling tough. A lot of pins for the Tigers in that duel. So it looks like Coach Schabel got the Esack wrestler taped up, ready to roll. And they're going with 49 seconds left in the first period. I think they're trying to decide who was down or who was up. All right, so they decided to let him up. You got 1 point escape for Thompson. Esack currently leading the duel 36 to 19 over Boone. So we got 5-2 here at the end of the first period. Nathan Thompson currently leading Kyle Sharp. Esack will be wrestling Carroll High here for the last duel of the night. Boone will be taking on Dennison at the conclusion of their duel here with Esack. Thompson, it looks like he has the wrist, but they just get out of bounds. Definitely Thompson being the aggressor here. Kyle Sharp for Boone's only a freshman. So Thompson's a junior for Esack, so probably has a little bit of experience. Looks like it's still bleeding through. So it looks like Steve Schabel has a little more work to do.
All right. So are we on still? On, should we recap? Sure. I don't know. Brenda. Scores, will you?
So we got some blood time here. Again with Esack versus Boone. Esack currently leading 36 to 19. They're at their 132-pound match. We get a minute here shortly. Brian Hogue will recap some of our scores while we have a break in the action.
Now, while we got the blood going, we're double checking a couple of the scores from, well, actually one. This one's still going on at 36-19 for Esack, but in the first two Boone meets for Carroll defeated Boone by a score of 63-17, and just finished defeating Denison Schleswig 72-3. Esack. We don't for sure have the Esack score versus Boone. In track wrestling, the JV matches got mixed in with the varsity, and we're trying to remember what that score was. But right now, we're pretty sure at the last match of the Esack-Boone duel that it's Esack 36, Boone 19, with Esack winning here 7-3 at 132. In the Boone duel, Carroll picked up wins by Abraham Dirks by fall, Luke Woosley by pin, Parker Clucky another pin, Brennan Coffran a fall, decision with Josh Luft, and a pin by Carter Drake. In the Dennison Schleswig duel, Carroll picked up wins at by Camden Robinson by fall at 145. Abraham Dirks followed at 152 with a pin. We had a couple of forfeits in there. Parker Clucky got a pin. Brennan Coffman another fall, so that's 2 for him for the night. Nate Reiling with a pin. Josh Luft with a pin. Jackson Kuhlman with a pin, and Carter Drake with a pin. And then Camden Newman with, or Caden Newman, excuse me, with a pin that came out of nowhere, almost to his back, and ended up with the other wrestler on his back for a fall. So Carroll's had a successful night so far. We're looking forward here to maybe a dozen matches in this next duel. Esack does a nice job filling the weights. They've got some quality young kids. The program's been building. And so far on the season, Esack, they lost, they've wrestled South Central Calhoun twice and lost close matches to them. They defeated Oderbolt Arthur BCIG, OA BCIG, and they beat Ridgeview. They also, obviously, in this match beat Denison Schleswig, and they have a loss to Humboldt, which is a little lopsided, but Humboldt's a real powerhouse, and so they've seen some quality competition. They did get weathered out of a meet, unfortunately, last Saturday. They were supposed to be up at Manson, so they missed a meet entirely.
Yeah, missing that meet, too, that allowed them to get in to this one. So we're able to have 4 teams here instead of originally scheduled. It was just Carroll, Dennison, and Boone. But due to Esack missing that tournament, we were able to get them in to make that up here. Looks like 10 seconds left in that third period in the final match of the Boone Esack duel. Carroll back on, warming up on their mat, on the opposite mat. They will face Esack at the conclusion of this duel. Esack winners of the duel versus Boone, 40-19.
Round 3 on the north mat will be Carroll and Esack.
So I believe Esack defeated Dennison the first one, didn't they? So we have Esack and Carroll, both 2-0 on the night, will be facing off on this last duel of the evening. So we should have a lot of matches here between Carroll and Esack. Not very many open weights between the two teams. So we'll take a break in the action here. Get to our advertisers again. Thank you to our premier sponsors again. Thank you to our premier sponsors for Tiger Vision, Carroll Broadcasting, Western Iowa Networks, and the Tiger Booster Club. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back here shortly with the final duel of the night, Carroll versus Esack. Thanks for watching.
Local sports, local news, and local weather. We are Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since 1950.
So far, our scores have been
Run by the parents for the students, the Carroll Booster Club provides for all of our Tigers throughout the year. Be a member, have some fun, support our Carroll Tigers and all they do. Go Tigers!
Carroll High Booster Club. Thank you for selecting me as a recipient of your scholarship. I greatly appreciate all of the support you have given me during my high school career through various sports. Thank you for supporting my future. Justin Moore.
Local sports, local news, and local weather. We are Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since 1950.
Run by the parents for the students, the Carroll Booster Club provides for all of our Tigers throughout the year. Be a member, have some fun, support our Carroll Tigers and all they do. Go Tigers!
Carroll High Booster Club. Thank you for selecting me as a recipient of your scholarship. I greatly appreciate all of the support you have given me during my high school career through various sports. Thank you for supporting my future. Justin Moore.
Local sports, local news, and local weather. We are Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since 1950.
Run by the parents for the students, the Carroll Booster Club provides for all of our Tigers throughout the year. Be a member, have some fun, support our Carroll Tigers and all they do. Go Tigers!
Carroll High Booster Club. Thank you for selecting me as a recipient of your scholarship. I greatly appreciate all of the support you have given me during my high school career through various sports. Thank you for supporting my future. Justin Moore.
Local sports, local news, and local weather. We are Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since 1950.
Run by the parents for the students, the Carroll Booster Club provides for all of our Tigers throughout the year. Be a member, have some fun, support our Carroll Tigers and all they do. Go Tigers!
Carroll High Booster Club. Thank you for selecting me as a recipient of your scholarship. I greatly appreciate all of the support you have given me during my high school career through various sports. Thank you for supporting my future. Justin Moore.
Local sports, local news, and local weather. We are Carroll Broadcasting, proud to serve Carroll and Western Iowa since 1950.
Run by the parents for the students, the Carroll Booster Club provides for all of our Tigers throughout the year. Be a member, have some fun, support our Carroll Tigers and all they do. Go Tigers!
Carroll High Booster Club. Thank you for selecting me as a recipient of your scholarship. I greatly appreciate all of the support you have given me during my high school career through various sports. Thank you for supporting my future. Justin Moore.
Two. So I'm guessing it's couples or. All right, we're back here with the final duel of the night. We got Carroll Tigers versus the Esack Raiders. We're going to start off again with some JV matches. We got, for the Tigers, here's Trevor Hansen, a freshman. And I'm not sure, I didn't catch the East.
Jonathan who?
Jonathan Arter.
Jonathan Arter.
Okay, from Esack. Hansen's getting early pressure. Hansen definitely the aggressor here early in the first period in the match. Jonathan Arter, also a freshman here for Esack. Looks like his headgear might be a little big because Hansen's pulled it over his eyes twice now. Now it's around his chin. But Hansen gets around for the early takedown. He's up 2-0, and it looks like the Esack coach thought the same thing, and they're going to switch out headgear. It's becoming a necklace for here early in the first period.
Yeah, those top straps are hard to get adjusted, and sometimes thing will just roll down all over your head, and you got to change them out. You got a totally different type of headgear going here.
Again, Hansen with the early 2-0 lead. Esack working a little equipment issue here, and we'll get rolling here shortly. Hansen being really aggressive on top here, keeping the weight pressure on the shoulders, makes it really tough on that bottom guy.
This is 152.
Still a lot of upper body pressure. He's got a good deep half, getting adjusted, trying to get chest to chest.
And Hansen with a pin in the JV match. He was a little bigger than Arter size-wise. Because typically Hansen will wrestle at 152, and Arter's typically
Arter weighed in at 138 today.
Yeah.
138 pounder.
So we got another JV match here. Will Miners for the Tigers. He's a sophomore.
North mat for Carroll, Will Miners, for Esack, Nathan Pobance.
Nathan Pobance from Esack, both listed at 145. So freshman here again for Esack. But Pobance being the aggressor, looks like he's trying to cow catch her, but couldn't get Miners down. Nice trip there, and 2 points.
Yeah, that was
2 points for Nathan. Nice sprawl there by Esack, and Miners holding on to that leg.
Now Miners got to build up to a base and get his hips moving to get out in front. Nice scramble to get back behind by Pobance.
Got just under a minute remaining in the first period. 2-0, Nathan Pobance over Will Miners.
See if Miners can get a good first move in here. Pobance got the good first move in.
Flatten him right down, and has the elbow.
Nice elbow chop to another chicken wing.
Miners trying to keep that hand on his hip, but there it goes.
Pobance had him stretched out good, and that's a stack.
And a fall Pobance from Esack. Pretty good looking wrestler for a freshman there for the Raiders. Which tells you their 145 Sterling Rodman must be pretty decent, because Pobance looked tough for a JV wrestler.
North mat for Carroll, Hunter Hansen. Esack, Garrett Quirk.
Carroll, we have Hunter Hansen, the freshman.
Garrett Quirk.
And Garrett Quirk for Esack, who's a sophomore. Quirk looks like he's a little more length to him than Hansen. Again, both in the 152-pound weight class here. Both wrestlers circling.
They're just starting JV. They're starting Varsity over
Not
there.
too much
For JV.
action going. Both are heavy on the head here and circling.
Just an hour.
Someone's gonna, there's this down on his leg, and just enough to get behind for Esack. Leads 2-0 here early in the first. It looks like they're gonna cut. I didn't know, okay. First I thought Esack was cutting loose, but they were confused on who was down.
Oh, little start before the whistle there by both wrestlers.
Boys.
Getting a little anxious.
And I think Hunter got the caution there.
Just getting started with the varsity matches between Boone and Dennison Schleswig on the other mat.
South mat.
There's a whistle, and now we're underway.
For Boone, Northern Indiana. For Denison, Schleswig, Carlos Garcia.
All right, Hunter's out, so it's 2-1. Garrett Quirk leading Hunter Hansen in the JV 152-pound matchup. There's a slow motion blast double by Quirk. Gets him 2 more points, so he's leading 4-1. They'll get back in the middle. Quirk on top, Hansen underneath. 39 seconds left in the first period. Hansen trailing 4-1. Has to get that head up off the mat. Easier said than done. But Quirk with a half and is going to run it and has him over it. Looks pretty tight, and there it is. Garrett Quirk from Esack wins by fall over Hunter Hansen in JV 152-pound matchup. So now we're about ready to get underway for the varsity portion of the third duel. Again, Carroll High versus Esack. Both clubs are 2-0 on the night, both defeating Boone and Dennison. Carroll winners over Boone 63-17 in the first duel. Carroll victorious over Dennison 72-3. 72-3 in the second duel.
This has the potential to be a really good duel. A lot's going to depend on who matches with who. And if your best guy can beat their best guy, or your inexperienced guy can beat theirs.
We're going to start out at 145 pounds this duel, which will put Camden Robinson out for the Tigers. Expecting to see Sterling Rodman from the Raiders.
This should be Sterling Rodman.
North Mac, 145 pounds for Esack, Sterling Rodman.
And that's who we get. Sterling Rodman's a freshman. Camden Robinson, the sophomore. And we're underway here. Last duel of the evening.
South Bend 152 for Boone, June Engel. For Denison Schleswig, Rio Rojo.
Rodman has some length. It's nice little duck under for the single. Looks like he'll get 2. Now, take that back. Nice job by Camden sprawling out and getting out. Great sprawl by Robinson there, the Tigers.
Yeah, he was on his rear end and got his hips out in front real quick. Another shot by Rodman.
Rodman gets that leg quick, but Camden isn't giving anything. He's still fighting them off. No points awarded yet, and he's out.
Robinson stuffed that head and got out of the leg attack.
Yep, credit to Robinson. Not giving up any easy points.
Might have to generate some of his own offense here. He's forded off 2 shots.
They were good shots too.
Yeah, both of them good shots.
So now I just need some offense. Camden has the defense down. Let's see if we can generate something here.
Another little shot in deep on the leg now. Robinson on his hip. Rodman trying to cut off to a double, and he's successful.
Yeah, once Rodman had been keeping that head down, was really preventing most of his scores. So there he got his head up and threw for the takedown. Only 5 seconds left in the first period here. Looks like Rodman will be leading 2-0 going into the second.
Yeah, he's trying to get a cradle going. Camden had his hand, so he couldn't get anything locked. Rodman just took down, right? Rodman took down to start the second period. See if Camden can ride him. Puts him back to the mat, immediately coming back to a stand-up, but off the mat. talk while I find it.
Rodman's up and out. Up 3-0 now over Camden Robinson. Just starting the second period. Again, both wrestlers heavy on the head here. Rodman has been down on the leg for 3 really good shots so far, but Robinson's been able to hold off on 2 of them. And there he is again on the leg. Robinson looks like he has both have their arms locked here. It's going to be whoever can slip it, and Rodman on top again, extending his lead 5-0. 50 seconds left in the second period. Rodman has that tight waist in, and
This kid's name Robinson.
Rodman.
He should be.
So again, Sterling Rodman on top. Not sure if he's on the edge of the mat there. I don't think he's going to get anything. They'll gain him any more points here. 10 seconds left in the second period. And official Sean Angel thinking the same thing. He's going to put him back in the center. So you got 8 seconds left in the second period. Camden Robinson is trailing 5-0 to Sterling Rodman of Esack. Yeah, looks like we got a caution on red, which would be Esack. Now we're back at it. And that'll do it for the second period. So we'll be entering the third. Robinson down 5-0 to Rodman. So Camden picked down. We'll have to try to get out and get some points here. Guessing Rodman will be pretty smart right on the top, trying not to give up, expose anything that will get him in trouble for a reversal near fall. That'd be about Robinson. Robinson's been pretty good on defense so far in this match, but hasn't generated too much offense.
Now Rodman's showing a lot of skill on top. Oop, little head
Looks
bang
like,
in there.
yeah, inadvertent. Looks like he was going to cut Robinson, but caught himself right on the back of his head.
Yeah,
Caught Camden in the forehead.
Stand up a little bit, and Rodman didn't get out of the way.
No, both.
They're both a little dinged up right now.
It definitely looked like Rodman was just going to cut him, so he wasn't getting in a bad position offensively. So it
Yeah, I think
looks like they're good to go.
Esack's looking at trying to get a major decision by cutting him and going on the feet. Rodman's had no success trying to turn him, so back on their feet.
Yep, Rodman up 5-1.
Although if being overly aggressive
no,
at this point.
I was gonna say if Rodman's goal was to try for that major, he better start shooting some offense with a minute here in the third.
There's an outside single shot.
It's one of those. Robinson's been fending those off earlier in the match.
He's stuffed. He's just got to keep his hips back. Oh, and that's a lot of pressure on that upper leg.
They're just gonna cut him loose here. So one more for Robinson, making it 7-2. Rodman, 30 seconds to go in the third.
Now we're getting close to another take. I don't know what the deal is here. Is
He hasn't got...
No score yet, no control.
Still nothing.
Robinson
Although,
with a throw to his own back, though. 9-2, and he's picking up some back points. Well, it looks like that major's going to be there. Final score, 11-2. Winner by major decision. 7-2. Winner by major decision. 4 points.
It's one of the first scrambles on the night that Carroll didn't end up on top. Rodman looked like he was in control most of that match, but about put himself into a bad situation, but figured it out and came up with the major. Esack leading Carroll 4-0 after the first match of their last duel of the evening. Getting to the part of the lineup again where Carroll High is pretty tough with Abraham Dirks going to lead this off here at 152. He'll be facing Maxwell Jensen from Esack. Not sure what grade that is.
Jensen's a junior. Right now we think his record after those first two duels is 5-3. But there's Dirks with a little bit of a duck under for a takedown.
It looks like Jensen's a little taller than Dirks, but that hasn't mattered yet. Dirks won't win too many height contests against his opponents, but
Dirks looking for that chicken wing on the left side, which is his standard move. Trying to tie a wrist now. Doing a good job controlling on the hips when Jensen gets to his base.
Dirks keeps pressure on the whole match too. He's constantly the aggressor.
A little tilt, he's going to pick up some points, but he's now going to switch off to a half.
Yeah, and that's...
If he can get that arm.
He still has a lot of time too, stays patient. Abraham Dirks with the fall for Carroll.
Nice adjustment on top there by Dirks, keeping his opponent in trouble while he adjusted to get in good position to get the fall.
So Dirks puts the Tigers up now 6-4 in the team score. Sound like a broken record here, but now we got Woosley coming up, Clucky after him. And again, that's where the Tigers look to do most of their damage in the team score. So we'll see what Luke can do here against James King. Woosley's been 2-0 on the night.
Yeah, I think he's 5-1 overall. In deep on the leg.
There's 2 points for Luke. He looks like he's gonna cut him loose. 2-1.
Thought maybe he was going to work up and try to pick up something to put Kings on his back, but chose to let him go to take him down again.
Yep. Woosley is wrestling pretty confidently this year.
Got behind, got over the leg for the takedown. Nice stand-up, though, by King. Woosley puts him right back on the mat with a back heel trip.
Had kept hold of that arm, too. Bounced King's head off the side of his mat there, but looks like he's fine.
Now to the ball and chain, going to try to stack him underneath this.
Still has a hand, but I don't know if he's going to...
He really doesn't.
Well,
he stacked him there. That did it. With that ball and chain like he has, you want to drive your opponent's head to the mat and take him right over the top of his head to his back, which is exactly what Luke Woosley just did.
That's what the experience will get you to. Luke's been there, done that, and been put in a lot of situations and knows what to do in those certain situations. Got 6 points for the Tigers, extending their lead 12-4 now in the team score. Parker Clucky up next.
This is
Garrett Bruce for the Raiders here versus Parker Clucky.
According to what we have here record-wise, Bruce is undefeated on the year at 7-0 now, I think. He was a district qualifier and was one match, I think, from making it to state last year at 152, I believe. So this is should be a good match here.
Looks like Bruce wants to tie it, keep that tie up tight, not giving Parker much room to operate once they're in tight.
Yeah, I've never seen Bruce wrestle. I don't know if he's got a throw or not. He's very well put together.
Looks like he has a headlock there on Parker, but off the side, and they'll have to center back up.
Esack coaches encouraging Bruce to keep shaking the head, trying to get Parker out of position. Maybe they've decided that getting that tight wasn't doing anything. Oh, there they're back at it again. I'll tell you, I think both guys want to throw.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Bruce is looking like a body lock, and Parker's looking just like a straight throw, over-under throw. Low shot, though. A nice takedown by Bruce to start the match. Bruce has the leg tied up with his leg. Difficult to get your hips free in that position. Clucky getting ridden here pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's 30 seconds to try to get out and get a point yet.
Clucky's got him on his hip. He's going to step over. He could score with this. I thought maybe they were going to give him one. It was pretty close to no control going off the mat, but they put Parker back down. Probably the correct call.
19 seconds left in the first period here.
Clucky's all but out here. Drew's hanging on to his shoelace.
Got 10 seconds.
Clucky throwing the hip in, needs to crank that ankle and get free from that leg. He's got 2 seconds to do it. They gave him one.
So Clucky got the point he needed there to get out. Trailing 2-1, starting the second period. Parker will start down to start the second period. 2-1, Garrett Bruce leading Parker Clucky here, starting the second period.
Okay, Parker's trying the same thing he scored with before, trying to knock his opponent to his hip. Getting up, driving back into him. Now he's getting a little hip separation. He scored one without a real clear separation. Clucky going right in for two. He's got the leg up. Solid countering so far by Garrett Bruce.
See if he can suck him back in the middle. You can tell Bruce was a little more cautious, trying to stay in tight after he was getting rolled there by Parker, and then that enabled Parker to get up and get on that leg, but he got out of bounds before any points were scored. 2-2, tied up here.
This is what I was talking about before. Matches like this sometimes go a long way determining dual meets. Two top-ranked kids going at it. Parker at a slight disadvantage now, because you would think if it's 2-2 going to the third period that Bruce would select down position. Sometimes you never know, but the score here would be big for Parker Clucky.
Yep, 50 seconds remaining, second period. We're getting tied up again, tight.
She knows what she's doing.
Once Bruce dropped to that knee, Parker bull rushed and
stalling warning there. Bruce backing up off the mat, Parker after him. Been tied up, trying to shake each other around a little bit. Leg shot by Clucky and he missed it.
I'm not quite sure how they got that, but looks like they awarded 2 points to Esack there.
That shot probably would have worked, but Bruce managed to hang Clucky's one of his arms up. Clucky's right arm got hung up, and he just couldn't get all the way into the legs. Needs to break that left lock on his leg to get the one. It's not going to happen.
So we'll be heading to the third period here. Clucky trailing 4-2. So he'll have a decision to make if he can break him down and turn him. Otherwise, he's going to have to let him up and then see what he can do from there. See if Parker will put
Clucky with a spiral ride on, tying up the wrist, using his feet real well on his knees. The only thing is he's got to pick up back points.
Yep. And I think Bruce did have a stall warning, correct?
Yeah, and right now he's not doing too much on the bottom. Clucky's doing everything he can to get that arm turned up. And Bruce sitting down there, not keeping his arm underneath.
And there's another stall, so there's a point for Clucky on the stall. So it makes it 4 to...
Did he call him?
Yeah.
All right, so that stalling call does make it 4-3.
There it is on the scoreboard. So 4-3, Clucky trailing.
Clucky's got 1 minute to score another point to tie it. He's out to the side cranking that arm. And Bruce,
now he does have the arm.
It's tough to get out of here. Gonna try to bulldoze him over. He's got plenty of time. Hammerlock. Hammerlock got a little bit high there. Official had to call that potentially dangerous.
We got
have an intentional release.
42 seconds left in the third. Clucky trailing by 2.
Clucky down 5-3. He's got to get after it right now.
The gym's going to get loud here shortly.
There's a shot. At this point, Bruce not too excited about doing anything. He can give up another stall call and still be ahead. Oh, there's a shot by Bruce. That might keep the official off of him for the rest of the match with that shot. Clucky's got to go on the offensive.
There's another stall on Bruce. There's one more point, but there's only 10 seconds to go here. So he can stall his way to a...
Unfortunately, that's going to be probably too little, too late.
Yep, I agree.
Clucky can get a takedown here in the last 9 seconds.
5 seconds off the match.
Parker runs him off the mat, except a nice job by Bruce. Staying in the action. Oh, he did call him. We don't see that very often, but that was a definite backup by the Esack wrestler. Backing up. And that should be a 2-pointer. No, that's that. Whoa. That was a 2-point.
Yep, they got the score up there. 6-5 now.
We're not sure what's going on. The score of the match is over. So it must have been a second left
last stall call, gave him 2 points.
On the strength of 4 penalty points, takes out a 6-5 decision.
He wasn't wrestling!
It's about as loud as the gym's been tonight. 2 great wrestlers there. Looked like Parker definitely was pushing the pace at the end, and the official rewarded the aggressor in that situation. So 3 more points for Carroll. Pushes the team lead 15-4 over Esack. We got the 182-pound match coming up. Looks like Riley Naring from Carroll and Lane Snyder from Esack. We got 2 seniors here battling at 182.
Naring's got him flattened out, working on a cross face. Looks like he's looking for a cross.
Try that cradle. Yep. It has it. Has his hands locked.
And he's got the cradle.
There it is. Naring making short work there. Win by fall. So that increases the Tigers' lead in the team duel 22-4 over Esack. Looks like
I didn't think that was going to happen, but they did forfeit Brennan Kaufman. Puts the score up now for Carroll. 27-4. That's what happened. Esack moved.
And Riling rolls again, but
220. This is Austin Corbin.
Corbin able to get out of the roll.
Corbin's got a 6-1 record this year. One of their better kids. Nate tried to roll there.
He's going to roll again.
He's got him caught. He's got him caught with that roll. He's got to get adjusted. I don't think he can do it out of here, but Nate's going to get a 3-point near fall minimum. I think
he's on him there. It's close. It's close. Looks like got him.
I'm not sure. Corbin looks like he's injured here. There was a lot of pressure on his ribs. Nate Riley hit him with a big-time roll and managed to finish it. Boy, that's quite the upset. I'm sure they moved Corbin up, figuring he'd have a better chance to beat Nate at 220 than Brennan at 195, and that kind of backfired.
Looks like he definitely got the... Here's the heavyweight match. Here we got Josh Luff for the Tigers.
This is Kip Corbin.
Kip Corbin for the Raiders.
Esack. He's their best kid.
Corbin on him early.
Quick ball.
So Corbin with a quick fall there for the Raiders. Gets them back on the scoreboard.
Right now, team score after that fall by Corbin, who really came out and wanted to get after it. 33-10 in Carroll's favor. We have Deegan Schweitzer and Evan Boger from Esack.
He's at 20 to 10.
So Brenda's at 33.
So Tigers leading 33-10. the team score.
There's a takedown by Schweitzer.
Schweitzer up. Yep, 2-0 Schweitzer.
2 forfeits, hasn't it? Did Deegan get a forfeit?
Schweitzer looking to run the half here. Keeping pressure up on the shoulders.
This is Deegan's first action tonight. He's had 2 forfeits, so he finally gets a match. He's riding really tough, working that upper body. Coach Noggle and I were talking. What we decided that we should tell Deegan is that he's behind 4-0 before the match even starts, because so far this year he's wrestled a lot better when he's behind than when he's ahead.
Schweitzer riding tough so far.
Got a little spiral ride action going.
Keeping that pressure up top, looking for the half.
Got a wrist, he's looking, now he's got a half on that side. He's gonna try to get chest to chest.
Almost has him over, there he has him over. That's in tight.
And he's got him.
So there's 6 more points for the Tigers. Bumps it up to 39-10 over Esack.
Score now, Carroll 39, Esack 10, just as Greg said. We got Jackson Kuhlman coming out. Ace, we think.
Ooh, Kuhlman got poked in the eye, it looks like, unintentional.
Oh, so 4 seconds in, a little reach there.
Not sure if Jackson wears contacts or not, but I don't think he does.
Go Jackson!
Thielen's a freshman.
Ace Thielen here from Esack's a freshman, Jackson Kuhlman the sophomore. No score yet early in the first period.
Jackson so far this season in his matches has shown good form, good positioning. Sometimes he gets a little outgunned, but basically he hasn't made a lot of mistakes, and then everything he's doing is pretty solid.
Minute to go here in the first period, still no score. Both wrestlers kind of moving around well, just feeling each other out, and there's Jackson down on the leg. Nice job by Ace there, fighting it off.
Now Jackson not quite getting enough penetration. He's maybe get his hips a little lower on that shot, but he's wrestling. There's a low shot. He's going to change off to a double and get that takedown.
There's 2 points for Kuhlman.
Kuhlman riding a 2-on-1, sweeping the leg out to try to get the hips down on Thielen. Leg breakdown.
Yeah, Thielen reached back, and usually that doesn't end well. But he did. He avoided the, usually not a great choice there to reach back for the head, but he escaped
Jackson
with it.
Could not get around quite quick enough. Now he's got that arm barred, and you go, oh, and no time left.
End of the first period, Kuhlman leading 2-0 over Thielen. Thielen chooses neutral, so both wrestlers will start on their feet, start in the second period. Thielen in with a shot, but Kuhlman sprawls out of it. Jackson keeping that head stuff down, tough for Thielen to do anything with his head on the mat. No.
Still trying to walk around, but if you'll notice and you know anything, he's not stepping back up into anything. He's keeping working around just exactly what you're supposed to do.
2 more points for Kuhlman, extending his lead 4-0 over Ace Thielen.
So many times you see these young guys step back into it. We've talked about
There,
that before.
there it was too. There's where he reached back and Kuhlman met him chest to chest. So there's something you try to avoid, especially those younger wrestlers. When you reach back, there's not very many good things that are going to happen for you. So nice win there by Jackson Kuhlman. Carter Drake up now.
Should be Peyton Mitchell.
Drake is 2-0 on the night.
So is Peyton Winchell.
He'll be facing Peyton Winchell.
What page is he?
Winchell's a junior, so has more varsity experience, I'm guessing, but Drake's no stranger to the wrestling mat. And he's in there on the leg, and there's 2 points.
Nice dump by Carter Drake. He's got Winchell on his back, but not long enough to get the points, and Winchell scrambles out of it for an escape.
So Drake leading 2-1. Early first period, and he's on the leg again.
Same shot. Now trying to go, well, he wanted to take him straight to his back. Didn't quite work.
Got a little greedy.
Drake trying now to catch the leg so he can get around behind. Caden Newman takes a forfeit at 126. At 132, we haven't had anybody this evening. So it looks like there's going to be a forfeit here.
If you missed the end of that, we missed just the end of that Drake match. Carter Drake won by fall.
Unfortunately, we had a forfeit here at 132 to Nathan Thompson. Thompson came into this dual meet at 7-0 on the season. Great record, and he's been doing an outstanding job for Esack this year. Unfortunately, we had nobody to match up with him. Now we have Trevor Johns and Dawson Mack from Esack.
For Esack, Dawson Mack. For Carroll, Trevor Johns.
Max, a junior, got a takedown and cut Johns. Another snap down and a takedown.
Yeah, Mac looking really quick. So you got Mac leading 4-2 here. Still early in the first period.
You can see by watching, Mac's a little bigger and He's a solid junior for Esack. We got a number of juniors. Nice sprawl by Johns, trying to get back behind, but just a little overpowered down that throw.
Got tripped, too, from the backside there. And
another takedown from Mack, and he's working to get the fall.
So at 45 seconds left in the first period.
Johns is fighting it. Mack can't get in position. Johns got his arm through.
That was,
to get back to his base, he's going to get out of this period.
That was a nice fight there by Trevor Johns to
there's a cradle.
Get out of trouble that first time, but it looks like he found some more.
Yeah. He's cradled, he's getting back pointed. I don't think there's a danger of a pin with this unless Mack can adjust.
We got 12 seconds yet, first period. Getting some more back points here. And that's the end of the first period. So
2 point.
So
2 point near fall makes the score 8-2.
Yep, Mack leading Johns 8-2. Johns will be on top to start the second period.
Nice move right off the bat by Mack. Try to get his hips out underneath. Got a little crossbody ride that he slid on. So he just picked up the reversal. Trying to stretch Johns down to his belly, which he does.
Johns having to use a lot of energy here, getting back to his base on the bottom.
Another cradle going, not quite deep enough maybe to take him over with it. Mack working up to try to catch a wrist. Johns is game in this one. He's trying to get back up. A 2-on-1 ride by Mack. And off the mat there, a little move by Johns.
We got 51 seconds left in the second period. Johns still on the bottom, trailing 10-2 to Dawson Mack of Esack.
South man, 132 pounds, Boone, Cal Short, receives the forfeit.
Johns to his feet, but back down now, broken down by Mack. Mack using his length now to control upper and lower body on Johns. Trevor guy has a leg now, using a little leverage, trying to get his leg out so he can get his hips moving. 10 seconds left in the period.
And we're going to be at the end of the second here.
35-28, 36-28, 36-34.
There was 3 forfeits at the end.
Looks like Johns is picking down, but
Now they're changing.
I believe
Yeah,
Mack is going to let him up. Yep.
Give Johns a point.
So it makes it 10-3.
Yeah, I think 10-3.
That's what I had.
The other duel just ended with Dennison Schleswig, I think, defeating Boone 42-34.
There's 2 points from Mack here quick again. Should make it 12-3. He just scores there, and it goes. Carroll leading the team duel 57-16 right now. So the duel's not in question here, but see what Trevor Johns can do here in the third period.
Just a quick recap. It looks at Denison Schleswig went, Johns is going to get a reversal out of this.
And then gave it right back.
Return reversal by Mac. Mac trying to stack Johns. 50 seconds left. Denison Schleswig did defeat Boone. They went 1-2 on the evening. Boone, who was extremely short-handed today, ended up 0-3. And Carroll's going to go 3-0 with Esack going 2-1. Score in this match is 14-5. And here comes some back points for Matt.
This will bounce it up to 17-3 with 5.
Right, Brand?
They didn't give us a reversal. He gave us a reversal.
Yeah, it would make it 14 anyway.
The score ended up here 17-5 in favor of Dawson Matt, which they picked up 4 points for a major decision, making the final score Carroll 57, Esack 20. Do we want to run through any of our wrestlers, or do we want to stop?
I'm going to go tell them to make that 6-2.
Don't put it there. Just shut it. All right, just quickly recapping some of the Carroll wrestlers tonight.
I'll take it with
At 106, Deegan Schweitzer went 3-0, although 2 of those were forfeits. Jackson Kuhlman also went 3-0. Carter Drake, 3-0. Caden Newman. Caden Newman also went 3-0. Trevor Johns had a tough time, but he did go 1-2. Camden Robinson. Did he lose them all? Well, he won, right? Camden Robinson went 1-2 on the evening. Abraham Dirks, 3-0. Luke Oosley, also 3-0. Parker Clucky, 3-0. Riley Nearing went 2-1. Brennan Coffran, 3-0. Nate Reiling went 3-0. Nate Reiling went 3-0 at 220. And John Schloff picked up 2 wins to go with a loss at heavyweight. Nice, successful evening. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to Tiger Vision. Again, this is Craig Roeder and Brian Hogue signing off. Thanks one more time to our premier sponsors, Carroll Broadcasting, Western Iowa Networks, and our Tiger Booster Club. We will be in action with our upcoming duel again next week.
Saturday at the Ogden.
And stay tuned. Tigers will wrestle Saturday at Ogden for their next match, but we will stream again our next home match next week. Stay tuned to Tiger Vision for all your Carroll activities. Thank you.